Hi everyone.
Hi sir, good
Hi,
evening.
sir. Good
Hi,
evening,
good
sir.
evening,
Good
Kareem,
evening, sir.
Tejas, Jitesh.
Hello sir.
Yes. So, request all of you to switch on your cameras, please. Mine is non-functional, so I'm afraid you won't be able to see me at this moment, but definitely in some time. Okay. What about the rest? Okay. So I hope all of you are aware of your placement categories. Yeah. Are all of you aware of your placement categories? That means, uh, if you are tagged as a placement assurance learner or a placement assistance learner, or are you only eligible for career guidance? I hope all of you are aware of your placement category. Yes, no, maybe.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, request everyone to mute yourselves, please. Okay. So what about the rest? That's just 9 of you.
No, here 34 learners are there, Sanjay.
Yeah, 34 learners, but not all of them are on camera.
Oh, okay,
So
okay.
yeah. Thank you, Hashib.
Yeah. Thank you, Sanjay.
Yeah. So see, it's very important that you guys, are prepared for every session, because all of a sudden you will be asked to, come on camera, switch on your videos. This is also another uh, process to groom you guys for the interview. Okay, because that's not going to happen. It's going to happen virtually. Very rarely, if the situation is fine, then you might be asked to, walk down to their offices. But otherwise, it's going to happen virtually. So it's very important that you're always ready. And all those camera shy people, I request you to please, last time you can switch on your videos. Okay, come on camera. Okay. Okay. So again, not all of you are on camera. Okay. Okay, thank you. Thank you for those who have switched on their videos. But for the rest, okay, probably, you either your camera is not functional or your camera shy. I'm not sure, but then you have to make it a practice. Okay. There is a coach. So coming back to this placement orientation session, let me set the context. Um, we also have Susan ma'am who will be joining us. She's our national placement head. She'll be joining us at around 6:10. Okay, she's on another call, and I'm a part of her team. I am the career guidance lead, and likewise, we are 8 of us. Okay, who takes care of placements essentially. Um, so yes, why this session is important is because how are we different? Okay, there are several placement grooming sessions that will happen in parallel with your course. Okay, about 11 mandatory sessions. There are few batch sessions, there are few group sessions, and then there are few individual personalized connects. Okay, so that's one thing that you guys should definitely look forward to, where two of us or three of us will call you guys individually for about to discuss your profile. and each call will last for around 30-40 minutes. Okay, that's the personalized connect where we measure your skill gap. We do a skill gap analysis and we provide you with feedback and inputs. Okay, so that you can improve by the time we connect again. Okay. So that's something that really makes us different from the others when it comes to placement grooming sessions. Apart from that, definitely there are usual sessions. There's an industry talk that will happen. There's an alumni connect and success stories. That's a must attend sessions. Okay. You guys will be notified uh, in advance. Okay. For these sessions. However, for the first connect, this call will be a random call. Okay. The second personalized connect, you will be notified. And for the third personalized connect is again going to be a random call when you are in the last leg of your program, when you're in the project phase. Okay, just to ensure that you have worked upon all the feedback. And of course, a mock round of interview also happens then during all the connects. Okay. Um, so Sanjay, request you to please, unless it's urgent, really, you can either finish off with your phone call or you can focus on this program, on this session. So all right, with that, let's begin. I hope I am audible, loud and clear, everybody.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and request all of you to be little interactive and participative. Okay, people who do not talk, definitely, we make a note of that as well. Moving ahead, let me quickly share my screen. Right, visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. So, all right, it will be difficult for me and, all right. So I also have to make notes of who all are talking at the same time, take you guys to the slide. All right. So what do you see in front of your screen? You have seen this slide. It's been up for some time. What do you see in front of your screen?
Sir, there is
One by one, please.
Confusion.
there is
The
a condition of
entangled pathways.
Okay, that's a professional approach. Abhay, thank you. Yeah. All right, Abhay. Let's begin with Abhay. Yes, Abhay, go ahead. You have raised your hand, but all right, so did.
Yeah, sir. A person is confused in different situations.
Person is confused in different situations. Okay. Siddharth, yes. You want me to go
Many
back to the
pathways,
slide?
many pathways is available for life to in terms of career, which we need to take the guidance for the taking a pathway for the career.
Thank you, Siddharth. Yes, perfect. Anybody else? Yes, Anuj.
Yes, sir. Sir, there is a lot of ways and it's confusing what to choose.
Okay, yes. Right. So it doesn't matter, what academic background we are from. Okay. Doesn't matter if we are planning to switch our careers. Okay. This is a slide of assurance. That's why you see towards the top left NIIT in big bold blue. This is a slide of assurance that you are there in the right place. Okay. Moving ahead, it's very important to understand what an interview process or the recruitment process is all about. So yes, people who haven't spoken, what does the recruitment process include? Okay, is it a process of elimination or a process of rejection or selection? Yes, Jitesh, little louder, please. I can hear you, but your voice is very faint. Go ahead. Okay, guys, is it only me or can all of us hear Jitesh? Yes, better. Please go ahead. Okay. Okay. Yes, Roshan.
Nothing, sir. Nothing. Nothing.
You have no idea what's going on, huh? So
Uh,
what is the recruitment process all about?
you're asking me, sir?
Yes.
Yeah. Recruitment process will be about like the way, like it will be an eliminating process for everyone.
Okay, good attempt. Okay. So yeah, it is a selection process. Okay. It is a selection process itself, which involves elimination. All right. Jitesh, you were right. Okay. It's a mix. The rounds are elimination rounds. Okay. But definitely the person sitting out there is there to select someone. All right. With that, it's very important to understand the rounds, the different stages of selection process. Okay. These are the stages: aptitude, technical, technical interview, and personal interview. Okay. So why this slide is important? Because it's a combination of technical and professional skills that are required. Okay. Not just technical. I can be excellent with my coding, but that is not all. Okay. My aptitude, my attitude in the interview, the way I speak, communication, okay, how I speak, all of that plays an important role. My body language. So that's non-verbal communication. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Kashinath, you
Yes.
have a question?
No, sir.
Okay, okay. So sometimes these rounds can be clubbed into a single round, okay? That is, the aptitude test and the technical test can be clubbed into a single round. Or sometimes they can be two different rounds, okay? Sometimes there can be a single panel interview where you're assessed technically and there is an HR personal sitting in the panel asking you HR questions as well. Okay, so either they can be separate rounds or two rounds can be clubbed to one round. That depends on the organization. It varies from organization to organization. Make sense? So I hope all of you are practicing your coding skills. Are you all practicing?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Everyone, there are so many of you
Yes.
who are not even
Yes, sir.
responding.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I also request the others to use the chat box. Okay. In order to respond or ask anything. So how are you practicing? Go ahead. All of you said yes. So how?
So recently we got done with the project. So
Recently you completed your project. That's a Java Foundation project you're talking about?
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that is a part of your curriculum, right? That's a part of your program. So are you not, dedicating enough time outside of your program? Believe me, that's required. Otherwise, it's not going to take you guys anywhere. This is an immersive program. So yes, Jayashri.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So have you been practicing your coding skills? Have you
Yes,
been
sir.
testing, assessing your coding skills?
Yes, sir.
How? Jitesh?
I have completed this course 7 project, and for that I needed many inputs. So I have been practicing from before.
Okay. Are you using any platforms to practice?
IntelliJ only, sir, which we are using in the session that time.
Okay. So see, there are several sites that are available on the internet. Okay. It's very important that you guys make use of, Hacker Earth, Hacker Rank. There are other, practice sites available. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes. If you have not been doing so, please start doing so. Next, how are you practicing your aptitude? And that too from various categories. I mean, be it logical reasoning, numerical reasoning, quantitative, situational judgment. Are you guys practicing?
Yes, sir. We are doing with online practice like a tests on Java.
Okay, I'm talking about aptitude now. So see,
Not
there are
yet, not yet.
several, not yet. So please start doing so, okay? Right from today onwards. Aptitude, you can say practice once in a week, but coding every day is required, every day, okay? Aptitude definitely once in a week or twice in a week from various categories. There are several links, several websites that are available like India Bix. Uh, there is practiceaptitudetests.com. There's Hit Bullseye. Okay. Some of you are making notes. Good. Some of you are not even interested. Okay. Doesn't matter. Always remember, you will only complete this program. Your placements will begin only once you complete this program successfully. Okay. Moving ahead. Okay. What do you see now on the screen? Somebody who haven't answered yet. There you go. One more time. Yes, Shantanu?
Yes, sir. So there is a path which is different according to the execution from the start. So by the step by step procedure, we go to the path we actually find it as our goal. So for a particular goal, we have to do things in that manner.
Okay. Yes, Maina. Mainak Biswas.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes, you are.
Can you please share the image once again? I think this is one type of root which we are going through.
A route that you guys are going through. Okay. Any other guesses? Anybody?
Sir, it is after the education we choosing in a path what is our destiny choosing that way.
Okay. So this is just another slide of assurance that says, we are there to bridge the gap between your academics and the corporate world. Okay. Yes, your thought process was right, all of you, but then this is what it means. Moving ahead, very important slides coming up, guys. Okay, I want all of you to pay attention. Right. So, what's our promise to you? Okay, there are three categories. One is a placement assurance, the other is the placement assistance, and then there is something called as career guidance. Let's talk about placement assurance. Okay. What's the minimum CTC that has been committed to you? Now, I believe that we are a mix of, product engineers and software engineers in this batch. Yes, no, maybe?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
great. So for product engineering students, it's 7 lakhs per annum. Okay, this is the base commitment. Okay. For product engineering students, it's 7 lakhs per annum, and for software engineering students, it's 5 lakhs per annum. Okay. However, there is something called as premium placements that we have started since Feb. Now, it's based on your date of enrollment. Okay. If you are, some of you, of course, from this batch are eligible for premium placements or not. And people who are eligible for premium placements, they will be aware of it, and they should have received an email or a provisional offer letter after clearing a round of interview, okay, which was conducted either by Nilanjana ma'am or me. Only then they are categorized as premium placement students. Okay. So does it make sense? So people who have enrolled for premium placements, I hope all of you have undergone an interview with the placement team. It would have ideally been conducted by either me or Nilanjana ma'am. Okay. And along with that, you guys should have received a provisional offer letter or an email stating that, this is the assurance with a CTC commitment of so and so.
I have a mail sent by you, sir, in last previous 4 weeks back.
4 weeks back. Okay,
Yeah,
so I'll have to check. See, I can't check at this moment, all 40 of you. But what I'm trying to say is, you guys should be aware of it.
Yeah, you and the ma'am are calling on voice call and talk with me.
Correct,
And
correct, correct.
yes.
Absolutely, Kareem. So absolutely, just like Kareem mentioned, people who have enrolled for premium placement would have gone through an interview with the placement team and should have received an email with the CTC commitment.
Yes, sir.
All right, clear everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, all right. So premium placements are categorized into two brackets, okay? Apart from what you see in front of you, the base commitment for product engineers are 7 lakhs per annum, and a base commitment for software engineer is at 5 lakhs per annum, okay? When it comes to premium placements, basis, their college, guys, request everyone to be on mute, please. I can hear, yeah. Basis, your college, if it is enlisted in the top NIRF 300 engineering colleges, basis your academic scores, okay? If you are a 60% throughout or a 70% throughout, basis an interview, we categorize you as premium placements. Clear? Having said that, okay, having said that, that is only a provisional email or a provisional offer letter that some of you guys must have received. You all those enrolled for premium placements have to perform exceptionally well during their program, apart from 100% assignment completion and the required attendance that's there. You have to be one of the top performers in your batch. Only then it holds good. Remember, it's a provisional offer letter or a provisional email that's subject to change. Moving on. And of course, the maximum time that we require to place you guys is 90 days from the time you complete your program successfully. Okay. However, you'll be pleasantly surprised in a while. Okay. The next category talks about placement assistance, where we provide you with 3 selection opportunities, and the maximum time again remains the same. The third category is of career guidance and support, where you get to attend these workshops, placement grooming sessions. We help you create your online portfolio, and that's about it. Now we'll keep talking about this slide again and again. What is your commitment? Okay, we have spoken about our promise, but your commitment is equally important. Excuse me. Let's quickly take a look at the eligibility criteria. This is for the product engineers, the product engineering students who have enrolled themselves for a 22 to 24 weeks program. The first block talks about placement assurance. Aged less than 25 years at the time of enrollment, should have cleared NIT CoCubes test with greater than equal to 60%. Academics eligibility, graduation greater than equal to 60, and of course 10th and 12th greater than equal to 50. Successful completion of the program. The second block talks about placement assistants who have enrolled for the product engineering program full stack. If we are aged between 25 and 28 at the time of enrollment.
Sir, I ask one doubt, sir.
Yes.
If the age comes 25, you have to cancel the assurance and got the assistance?
At the time of enrollment, if you were less than 25, it's fine. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Because there is a high chance, I may be less than 25, but during the course of my program, I crossed 25. So don't worry. Okay,
Yes,
you're
sir.
still eligible. People who are eligible will be eligible.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Yes, if we have failed to clear NIT CoCubes test with 60%, academics eligibility remains the same, and of course, successful completion of the program. The third block talks about career guidance. Excuse me. Now, eligibility criteria for our software engineering learners, people who have enrolled for the full stack software engineering program, the 18 to 20 weeks program. If we are aged less than 20, so first block, of course, talks about placement assurance. We should be below 25 years at the time of enrollment, should have cleared the CoCubes test with 50%. Academic criteria remains 50% throughout, and of course, successful completion of the program. The next block talks about placement assistance. Now, remember, guys, this is for the base category that we are talking about, okay? This eligibility criteria. That means 7 lakhs for product engineers and 5 lakhs for software engineers. This is the eligibility criteria, okay? If the minimum commitment is at a 5 lakhs per annum. Yeah. Placement assistance, if we are between 25 and 28, if we have failed to clear CoCubes with 50%, academics remains the same, and of course, successful completion of the program. The third block talks about career guidance.
Sir?
Right. Yes.
So this is Roshan.
Yes, Roshan.
Sir, actually regarding that COQ's exam, sir,
Uh-huh.
I gave the COQ exams, but I think I was contacted by you earlier, I think in the month of April something, about COQs that you don't have data regarding my COQ's exam because the counselor who contacted me, he only let me move forward when I scored more than 60%, I guess. But I don't think there is the data anymore, and I also deleted the mail. So, can you look into that?
So, don't you have an email or don't you have the marks, the scores with you? You're not aware of the scores?
Actually, sir, the scores were sent to me, but before joining, I think I started deleting. I deleted some mails, and in those mails, that mail also got deleted.
Okay, so we will have to check that, Roshan. Please
Yes,
send me an
because on
email.
the portal it used to show like where we you do the application process. It used to show that you are all about the like you are eligible for this thing and you can go ahead with this. But now on the portal it's not showing. So I saw the portals. So I thought that maybe the it will stay on the portal for a longer time. But I think they have taken it down.
No, ideally, no, that's not how it works. If it's there, it will remain there in the portal for you. Okay, so I'll have to check that. Please send me an email, Roshan,
Yes,
after this session. Okay.
yes.
Yeah. Send me your complete name, your wave, the program that you have enrolled for, and your contact number, and then mention the concern.
Through email, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay,
You can
thank you.
also call me up, but it's better. Okay. Send me an email. Yes, Jitesh. So you're asking if placement opportunities will be provided for someone who is in the career guidance category? So Jitesh, you can call me up after this session and we can discuss that because this will be at an individual level. Okay. So at the time of enrollment, you're saying you were less than 28. Okay. Okay. Got it. Got it. So the concern here is with your right. I understood. So that's why I asked you. Okay. Anyways, so we can discuss this
Hello, sir.
endlessly. Okay.
Am I, hello? Hello,
Sorry.
sir.
Yeah. I will give my phone number. Okay. Let me give it right away. Yeah. This for everyone. And I hope all of you have my email address. Right.
Yes, sir.
Great. Thank you. All right. So shall we move on? Or yes, I think Roshan, right? You have a question? Yes, Roshan, please go ahead. Okay.
So actually, my hand was, I raised the hand that time only.
Okay. Okay. Great. Moving ahead. Let me share the screen once again. Right. For students who have enrolled for the foundation program, placement services are not applicable. Moving on. Now, a question for all of you. Have you felt any kind of a transformation or a positive change from the time you have enrolled for this program, be it technically or non-technically?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
yes,
sir.
Siddharth, go ahead.
Sir, mostly from the first day after starting with the classes, I think we are practically dealing with the industry standard, the way of working, the conversation, the presentations,
Right, right.
the each and everything is the mostly related to the industry based skill. We are not here for something like that what we used to happen in the colleges. So it's completely based on the industry development skills, whatever we are learning in from last 2.5 months.
Okay, so okay, that's a good point. What else? What is that change or transformation at an individual level for all of you, technically or non-technically? Okay, apart from Jitesh and Siddharth. Harsh, yes, please go ahead.
Sir, in my case, I would say that consistency and regularity, and plus always joining on the time and discipline, like we do sprints and submitting it on time and projects and presentations, everything. I would say there is a lot of change after joining this course.
Yes, thank you. Sounds good. Yes. Harshad?
Sir, I think firstly the time period, the timings that are allotted to us, the 9 to 6, it is very conveniently similar to the job timing. So we are getting a very good in-depth. Mentally, also we are getting what we actually the workspace will be like.
Okay. Yeah, Gaurav?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, what is that one change or transformation that you would like to talk about?
Yeah, I'm doing the programming and my skills will be
Can't hear you.
now. So now,
Yes, yes, much
sir,
better.
I'm audible.
Yes.
Yes, sir. I think I will be change my doing the programming phases and changing my communication skill. It's will developed by the program and it's by the mentor. That will be given the opportunity to doing the sprints and projects. It's something good for us.
Okay, so your programming, you've improved on your programming skills. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes, Adesh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you know the question, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, please
The
go ahead.
punctuality is being maintained here. Then, moreover, the technical knowledge is for sure being enhanced.
So we
And
have spoken about, time and technical knowledge and programming skills. What else?
um, we have mentor, under mentor we work. That is means in any organization also we work under someone. So that pressure of work and how to complete the given task in given period of time, that all things we have improvement.
Okay, good point. So instead of, working under someone, working in a team. Okay. working with a team is a better way to phrase it.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Yes, anyone else would like to share their thoughts? Joel.
So more because of this course, I have become more disciplined.
More disciplined. Okay.
On a schedule. More disciplined. I don't know.
Okay. Moving ahead. Okay. We'll talk about some of the advantages, okay, of NIT's placement team. Okay. Moving on. Is my screen visible to all?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So there's absolutely nothing that you guys have to do apart from 100% focus, 100% preparation, and practice, practice, practice. Okay, on what we spoke about, be it you know technical, or be it your aptitude, be it in terms of communication. You have to practice. We form the interface with the industry on your behalf. Okay. Uh, we have an access to a large client base and ecosystem that's given. We discussed about personal grooming and support. We will also discuss it as we go along with this presentation. Now, marketing your profile to the clients, we will do that for you. Having said that, how you guys are marketing your profile, I just want to hear it quickly. Have you guys started marketing yourselves? Guys, have you guys started marketing yourselves?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
I think all of you have. Don't you have a LinkedIn profile?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
No,
sir.
sir.
Please
No, sir.
enhance it. Please enhance it and update it with this program. Keep updating it with your skills as we progress through this program. Are you understanding?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Do you have a GitHub profile or a GitLab profile, all of you?
Yes, sir.
No, sir.
Yes.
Okay, for all those who said no, please create one today. Okay, creating a profile can be done in 1 hour, but believe me, the person sitting out there will understand, how much time you have invested in building that profile. Does that profile complement you, your skills as an individual? Okay. Or I'm talking about all the profiles, okay, including your resume, your digital profiles, your LinkedIn profile, GitHub profile, your own GitHub profile, not the NIT Stack Roots GitLab. Okay. So please create one today for all those who have said no. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. That's the lamest yes I've ever heard, since morning. Is that clear, everybody?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay, still, I notice some of you are really not unmuting and making that effort to speak. Okay. Okay, moving on. Right. So, don't worry, we will market your profile to the clients. But yes, you have to keep your LinkedIn and GitHub profile updated. We want all of your resumes to be updated with these two links. Okay. Next, profile matching for the right openings. We do that. Feedback at every stage of process. I think this is the only point that you should really look forward to. Okay. If not, then seek for feedback. Please ask for feedback. Okay. Feedback at every stage of process here means two things. After every personalized connect, we share your feedback. Okay. There's a progress report also that goes out. Now it's up to you, and it's important that you implement that feedback. Feedback after every stage of process also means after every interview, okay, real-time interview that's conducted, maybe after every round that's conducted. Okay, we want all of you to get selected in the first interview, okay, very first interview. But sometimes that does not happen. So for people who fail to clear their first interview with us or organized by us, it's very important that you seek for feedback. What went wrong? Okay, what aspect did you not fare well in? So otherwise feedback is shared. I will also request you proactively, please seek for it. We negotiate with clients for best offer. Okay, so no negotiation, whatsoever during your interview. Please do not get into any sort of negotiations with the HR or with the hiring manager during your interviews. We will take care of it. For the experienced folks, if we know that you have performed well, we will negotiate for you further. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Some more advantages moving ahead. We spoke about this initially, okay? The profile scanning, the detailed profile analysis with personal discussion. This is the first personalized connect that we are talking about here. We also use that to diagnose the skill gap, okay? And then we prescribe you with a remedial plan that happens after the second personalized connect. There's a progress report that goes out, okay? Language check, communication, aptitude, mock interviews. Now, we also have our international coach, Mr. Dilip Karan Singh Rathod, who will take you guys through a personality development session, personality development and com skills session. Okay, must attend. All these sessions are must attend, and definitely the Alumni Connect and Industry Connect, uh, is is an absolutely no miss. You can't afford to miss such sessions. Okay, you will hear a lot of success stories, amazing stories. Okay, from our alumni. Digital profile and clearance gate. Now, moving ahead, we have discussed this. Okay, we have discussed this. So how do we know that, you guys are ready for your placements, and how do you guys know? So these are the clinics, the grooming clinics, the Super Six, what we call. Now, remember here, communication skills and aptitude is something that you guys need to work on from day one because it takes time. Okay. Even before our first personalized connect, you guys should start working. If you are shy, because some of you guys really haven't opened your mouth in this session. So if you are shy, or, for whatsoever reason, you're not comfortable probably speaking in front of a crowd, please reach out to me proactively. Please call me proactively. Okay, and we will discuss and we will find out means and methods for you to improve when it comes to communication skills. Very important. Okay. And remember, we are talking about excellent communication skills here, especially for guys who have enrolled for premium placements. Okay, good communication skills. Otherwise, for the guys who have enrolled, folks who have enrolled or registered for premium placements, excellent communication skills is what's required. Moving ahead. Clear with this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So these are the sessions. These are the 11 mandatory sessions, must attend sessions. All right. Moving on. Now, do you believe that you can give your career a flying start with NIIT placements? Hi, Susan, ma'am.
Hi.
Hi. So yes, that's Susan, ma'am, our national placement head. She's with us
Good
here.
evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Sorry, I
evening,
was
ma'am.
finishing another one session, so I joined it late. Please continue, Shauvik. When my turn comes, I'll speak.
Sure, sure. Thank you. So yes, one more time, guys. So do you believe that you can give your career a flying start with NIT placements?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's one yes.
Of
Yes,
course,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sure.
Yes, sir.
Okay, a determined yes from
Yes,
Siddharth.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Few lame yeses here and there.
We shall.
Okay, okay. Moving ahead. Most important slide of this presentation. Okay, and this is especially for people who haven't spoken yet. So I have joined NIT Stackroot program. Why did I not get a job? You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. So please take a look at this slide carefully. And now for people who have not spoken yet, what does this slide indicate? You want me to pick and choose or will you volunteer?
They don't want to drink water.
Yeah.
Very good.
Who's the they?
Uh, okay, so
Yeah,
I'm
I'm Praveen,
Shivam.
ma'am.
I like to answer that. So, of course, it's the guy who pulled the horse is an IIT and the horse is us. So, if we want, we can get the job.
Okay. If you want, you can get the job. Okay.
Yes,
So
but it requires
that's
our
Will.
commitment.
Sir, can I?
Yes, please go ahead.
Actually, the horse is the student of NIT and that boy is NIT lecturers. Actually, lecturers was telling that NIT codes or any notes, but we can prepare to drink water. We need to achieve the job. We are
You
trying
need,
to achieve ourselves.
okay. See, there's no incorrect answer. Cherry, right? How do I pronounce your name? Is that correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Cherry. Okay. Okay. Yes. Harshad.
Yes, sir. Sir, I think the water is the opportunity and the horse are we.
Okay. So, okay, let's not talk about the horse or the water. Okay. And who is who. Okay. What does that slide indicate? We have come
Uh,
across some really good answers. Yes, go ahead.
I think it represents that we have to follow the path that NIT has provided, and we shouldn't be uh, oblivious about what is happening. Like we should be also involved in whatever the things are going on.
Okay, good one, Harsh. Thank you. Yes,
Uh,
Jayashree, you have raised your hand.
Sir, NIT teaches us skills, gives us guidance, and ultimately it will be our efforts to get a job, to learn those skills and to get an opportunity.
Perfect.
May
Your
I?
efforts. Yes.
Sir, that slide shows that it is a two-way job actually. NIIT is also putting in effort, and we should also put some effort to groom ourselves and learn the skills so that there is no uh, left end from our side.
Very well said. Thank you, Harsh. Thank you. Yes, Anuj.
Yes, sir. Sir, I think NIT can guide ourselves, but we have to work hard to get a job.
Okay. So yes, you guys are absolutely right. Okay. We can lead you till the interview table, but to grab that opportunity, to crack that interview is definitely your job. Okay. Lot of good points that came up, commitment, effort, willingness. Okay, it's a two-way street. So yes, good. Moving ahead, we have discussed this earlier. Remember, excellent communication skills is what's required. Okay, especially for the folks who have enrolled for the premium placements or who are registered in the premium placement category. Otherwise, also for everyone. So, if you feel that, yes,
Sir, there is no mechanical branch, sir.
there is
In that
no
slide.
mechanical branch.
In that slide, sir, what I saw now.
No, so STEM graduates. Okay, what does STEM indicate?
At the
Science,
graduation,
technology, engineering, and mathematics.
okay.
So let me add this. Okay, happy Praveen.
Sir.
Yeah, I've added mechanical to this. Okay, good observation. Thank you. Yes. Okay, we have discussed the eligibility earlier. What's key here is successful completion of your NIT program and excellent communication skills. Okay, moving ahead. Remember, we spoke about what is your commitment. Okay, and these are absolutely key essentials from you, all of you, and all these points, they complement each other. Okay, so you cannot compromise on a single pointer here. You have to be strong with your fundamentals and concepts. You have to be technically sound, and only then there will be, confidence in the subject. You have to be able to explain or defend your projects or challenges. That means you will have to be good with your articulation skills. Okay, the way you explain your projects, okay, is very important. The way you defend your projects if questions are asked. So you have to be very good with articulating your thoughts. Ability to express your views. This is what it means. Clarity in communication, a positive attitude always, commitment, and trust. Moving ahead, clear with this, everybody?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so only 20-30% of this batch is participative. That's all I can say. Moving ahead, this is the flexibility chart. Okay, be it any organization, local or global, established or startup services or product, you have to be flexible to work from anywhere across India and relocate as per the client requirements. The next one is rare. Okay, sign a bond if the company demands. You will be notified about it earlier and you have to be mentally prepared for it. Okay, this is what it means. Work in shifts, that's absolutely given. In a team, work in a team, work in groups, or work as an individual. Okay, so request all of you to take a look at this slide very carefully. Okay, this is the flexibility chart. And yeah, with this, we move on. Few statistics that Susan ma'am will take us through. Okay. Before that, we have discussed this already. Placement readiness clearance is mandatory and successful completion of your program is mandatory. Okay, we will skill you in the technology and provide you a platform to develop professionally. Moving ahead, I would request Susan ma'am to please take over and take them through these slides. The statistics slide.
Thanks.
Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
So once again, good evening to all. And I usually give a context initially, which I hope that Shauvik has given. And I'm just recapping over some points, which is very essential. So I hope you've realized through the presentation that there are going to be some personalized grooming sessions that each one of you is eligible for. Okay, and those sessions, it is for your benefit, so you have to utilize them well. I heard Shauvik speak about that there are.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, please little louder, ma'am.
Louder?
Yes. Yes.
Nobody, is it better now?
Yes, you're audible, loud and clear.
Yeah, I mean,
Little
nobody
louder,
would
sir.
have called me soft actually. Check your bandwidth, because I think my voice is usually quite loud. Um, Others are able to hear. Please raise your hands.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, it's loud and
Yes.
clear.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, so I heard Shauvik say that there are a few of y'all who are not participating. The idea behind us pushing you to speak is because that's one more way of grooming you to become confident speaking online. All of you all are going to very soon, in few months, face an interview, and most of the times, at least currently, these interviews are online interviews. If you are not going to be confident speaking, you will not be able to assure any employer that you are going to be fit for the job that he's considering you for. And therefore, all of you have to start speaking. Your classroom with your colleagues, the other learners, your batchmates, that's the best platform for you to speak out, make mistakes, correct yourself. Because if you don't do it now, what are you going to be waiting for? The moment the batch is over and you finish your final presentation, from next day onwards, we will start sending you for interviews, if you all have cleared, that is, right? So at that time, there is no time for you to prepare for an interview. Whatever preparation has to happen now along with your batch. So I hope you've understood what Shauvik was trying to present in a few of the slides, where we said that the grooming process for you will continue in parallel with your batch. So as your batch is happening now, we will fix up slots. We will fix up slots for each one of you, and we will connect with you 1:1. There are 3 minimum personalized connects that each one of y'all are eligible for. We'll try and keep some gaps between the connects, but the first connect will be skills, which are the areas that you need support, because for each one of you, that support will be a little different. For some of y'all, it might be aptitude test. For some of y'all, it must be confidence in speaking. Some of y'all need help with few frequently asked questions. For some of you, it might be help to improve your digital profile. So it will be different for different people. And therefore, these personalized sessions are sessions which will be 1:1, which you have to take benefit out of those sessions. Okay, we will fix up slots for you. We'll give you inputs in the first session. What are the areas that you have to practice, and come back in the next session. Next session, we'll check where you stand. If you need some additional grooming, then we will fix those sessions for you, and so on and so forth. So me and my team, we will support you with the non-technical aspects, which is part and parcel of every interview. So you know that in an interview, it's not only your technical skills, right? There are a lot of other aspects, your professional skills, your attitude, how you're going to be answering, those frequently asked HR questions. How will you present yourself confidently? How will you articulate your thoughts with respect to your project? There are so many other aspects also, which, determines whether you're going to get selected in an interview or not. Okay. So therefore, please ensure that you utilize this time well. I know that after a whole day's class, you are going to be pretty tired. We'll we will if we are doing a 1:1 session, we have no option but to do it after your class, but it will not be for everybody, right? You will get an intimation before, but max it will be for an hour's time, but it will be good investment on your part for you to participate and work on the feedbacks that has been given to you. Okay, that's one. apart from that, you would have seen from the calendar that there are a lot of batch level sessions also planned for you. We'll have an alumni connect with people who have already got placed so that you can learn from their experience. We'll have an industry speaker. You can learn, what are the industry trends from them. Then we'll have our international coach, Dilip Singh Rathod, who will give you tips and tricks on how to answer the HR questions, how to present yourself in an interview. Then Shauvik will take sessions on how you can enhance your digital profile. So there are various sessions planned. Okay, today's orientation is to give you an idea about what all you are entitled for, and how we are going to be managing these sessions for you either on a Saturday or in the evenings once your batch gets over, such that your technical class is not affected in any way, right? So this was a little context I wanted to share since I was not there in the initial part of the session, but I'm sure Shauvik has already covered all this during his presentation. Now coming to this placement highlight slide. So, it's good to know how we are doing currently. I hope that this slide will give you confidence also, because I know when you start off with your program, and how many weeks are over for your program? Somebody, anybody can unmute and speak. How many?
7 weeks.
7 weeks are over.
Currently in the 8th week.
Okay, that means your foundation is almost done.
Yes, ma'am.
Foundation
Completed.
is almost. Oh, right, right. So, I mean, you would have already gone through some ups and downs during your foundation itself. You would have gone through, situations where sometimes you found the questions too difficult. You must have felt frustrated. Why is the faculty not helping me? Or sometimes you get frustrated that you're not able to solve the challenge yourself, or you're not able to do within the deadline that's given to you, and you wonder why your faculty can't just help you and get it over with. Okay, the primary reason why that's not happening is because this is the time that we want you to really become hands-on, and if it means that you have to struggle a bit, it's worth it, and it's for your betterment. Okay, because when you hear the alumni students speak, you will realize that how they speak about this time that they spent, especially in the foundation time, when they found it so difficult, and many of the students felt we should give up. But when once they got placed, they realized that those trying times were the times when they learned the maximum, and they were so happy that they did not finally give up, and that they persisted, and because of which they were able to do well. Okay, so if you look at the fourth point, that is the second row, first point, 40% selected in first interview. And this is something that all of you should aspire to do. You have to be so well prepared. And this credit goes to those 40% students, okay? Because they were so well prepared, technically and in all the other aspects, that the first interview that they attended, they got selected in. And let me also reiterate in the same breath that we usually put the day one company as a dream company. So if you are so well prepared, you will be able to get selected in that first company. And that should be your goal, all of you, especially all the students who are in premium placements. Please remember, the ball is in your court. Okay. If you do well, there are enough and more opportunities for you out there. But you have to do well technically. People will appreciate your skill, and that's when they will be able to. And when your profile, that's when we can hard negotiate salaries for you. Okay, so 40% of the students got selected in the first interview opportunity. Okay, please keep this as the goal that each one of you should aspire for. If not in the first interview, most of our students get selected in the first 3 interview opportunities. Okay, and that's max that you should go to. If you are unable to get selected in the first 3 interview opportunities, we know that you are not up there as far as your technical skills go. And that's how we read the situation. Because of course we will get feedback from the clients. That's also something that we will do for you. Let's say you go for your first interview, you have not got selected. We will get client feedback for you, so that we'll share that feedback with you, so that you know which are the areas that you should improve in before you go for your next interview. Do not blindly go in for your next interview. You should know which are the areas that you have to improve. You know the questions you were put in the first interview, which you will ask you to rate yourself too. Okay, we'll ask the client to rate you, but we'll ask you also to rate yourself, so you know where you stand, how you've been doing, and therefore those are areas that you can quickly improve yourself before you go for the next interview. Okay, so it's not good for you to think, I am in placement assurance, so I will get n number of interviews. Let me tell you, if you are not able to get through your first 3 interviews, at least the data point tell me that they really struggle in the next set of interviews also, because it's bad for your morale. And if your confidence gets affected, then you will not be able to do well. So your goal should be, first interview opportunity, I should get selected. And I will assure you that the first interview will be the best of the interviews that will come to you. We'll ensure that. Okay, so your preparation should be such. For that, you have to keep one more thing in mind. I find students, they get so involved with their projects in the last capstone project level 3, that they forget that in an interview, the first half an hour questions are based on what you learned in your foundation. So now keep in mind, what you have learned in your foundation are the first set of questions that you will be asked. So by the time you reach level 3, you can't afford to forget what you learned in level 1. Because an interviewer will first check your core concepts. How good are you in your core concepts? Once he's convinced that you're good at your core concepts is when he will move ahead and check your project, ask you questions about your projects, ask you a little more difficult questions. Okay. The initial half an hour is to just check core basics. And if you're good at that, let me tell you, almost 60% of the interview you have already cleared. Okay, the rest 40% is how you will perform, either based on the project or on some coding questions that the interviewer will. 60% is to check your core concepts, and therefore whatever you have learned in your foundation, you cannot afford to forget. So it will be good practice for you to keep some time daily, or at least in a week, keep some time aside to run through the basic concepts, run through everything that you learned in Java, that you learned in HTML, CSS. Okay, run through what you are learned in SQL, the SQL queries. These are things that are basic concepts that you need to know. Okay, so please keep that little input in mind, especially when you go into your projects. It's not only the project, it is a core concept that you should know well. Okay, that's one. Next, look at the point on wait time 11 days. Okay, so now here, this is an average wait time. 11 days, and wait time definition is from the time you have successfully cleared the program to the time that you have got placed. Okay, that is the wait time definition. So that wait time average as of now for software engineering batches is 11 days, which is amazing. Okay, so second point that I must appreciate students for, and obviously, if we have 40% of our students get selected in the first interview opportunity, and the first interview opportunity comes to you next day after your batch is over, then obviously our wait time is going to be somewhere around 11 days, right? So yes, there are students who take more time. There are some students who take 20 days, 25 days, but most of our students have got placed within 30 days. Okay, and maximum students are 11. In fact, there are students who get placed in first interview opportunity. That means their wait time is 1 day. Okay, and that's the ideal goal that you should keep for yourself. Okay, so that's the wait time for you. Apart from this, let's come to the average CTC. So average CTC is 5.9 lakhs for software engineering students. please note one thing here about CTC. I'm sure all of you would have asked questions on premium placements. How do I get a very high CTC? So this is not the usual questions that's there in everybody's mind. But understand one thing, your CTC, you will earn that CTC based on how you will do in the interview. So most of the companies, we have a range CTC that the company has already fixed. There is a range CTC, like there might be a company who says, okay, based on the student's performance, we'll pay anything between 8 LPA to 10 LPA, or anything between 7 LPA to 9 LPA. There might be other companies who must be saying 6 LPA to 8 LPA, and so on and so forth. Now, it depends on how you will perform in that interview. And therefore, let me also in the same breath say that we've got some few students, in fact, just this month, I think, or last month end, we had a software engineering student, Mano, who got selected in a company at 8.5 LPA, a software engineering student. Okay, that was not our commitment to the student. Okay, our commitment to that student was 5 LPA, by the way. But it was a student's performance that got him that salary. So let me be very clear with everybody, especially all those who are in the premium placement category, that you have to prove your skills. We are giving you a platform for you to perform well, and we will do whatever it takes, because we also would like to take pride in saying, like how I'm talking about Mano, that he earned a CTC of 8.5, and I'm giving him all the credit for it. Okay, yes, we have informed the company that here is a very good student, faculty has given excellent feedback, so we have built the ground for him. That we did, and we'll do that for each one of you. Okay, and post that, you have to live up to that expectation. We can't build a great picture for you and you go in for an interview and you don't do well in the interview. That should not happen. So if we have built that picture for you, we have shared so most of the premium placement students, we have already checked your academic background. You're having a good academic background, and you must be from an NIRF top 300 college, either or. Okay, along with that, there has to be your skills or your performance in the batch to back you up for that. Because otherwise, just because you are having a great academic background doesn't mean that you are going to be performing well in the interview. So your efforts in the batch has to be so much that when you come out into that for that interview, you should be able to live up to the expectation of the picture that we have built for you with that client. Okay, so let me tell you that our highest CTC for a software engineering student I mentioned is 8.5 LPA that we've got, and we've got a good number of students who have got 7.5 LPA, 7 LPA. So remember, those who have been given us base CTC commitment of 5 LPA, it doesn't mean that we are going to be lining up only for a 5 LPA company. It doesn't mean that at all. And we are not going to be segregating students out when you're putting you for interview. If you have done well in the batch, if the faculty has got good feedback for you, you are up there as far as your technical skills go. That's what we respect. Okay. So if you have done well in your batch and you have put in effort, you don't have to worry. Mano was a base CTC of 5 LPA student. Okay, he got an 8.5. So each one of you can do that. Okay, so but you have to put in that effort currently in your program. You do not go for shortcuts, which is, many a times there's a deadline pressure for you. You have to submit your assignments by a particular date. You do not know how to do it. If you're going to take help from your friend, complete it. That friend is going to benefit, not you. Okay, you might have completed that assignment, but that is what we meant by that picture, where all of you all said you are the horse and water is NIT, and I don't know what explanation that came out, but that picture indicates only that we can get you the platform ready. We can take you up to the interview table, but how you're going to be performing there depends on how good you are and what kind of effort you put in the program. So if you have found shortcuts, the person who has helped you has benefited, because that guy is going to do well in the interview, not you. Okay, so please do not resort to shortcuts. Even if it means you're going to take 1 or 2 more days to complete the assignment, it's worth it. but decide that you will do it yourself and you will understand every line of code that you are writing. Without understanding the code, you will not write a code. And without understanding the why of why you're doing it, you will not go ahead. That's a decision you have to take. And believe me, the industry is looking for good coders. They are looking and they are willing to give you the salary coders. So you have to become a good coder. This program is helping you do that. This program is ensuring that we do not spoon feed you. This program is ensuring that you have maximum coding hours, okay? Maximum practice and giving you complex questions so that your interview would be a cakewalk for you, right? That's what this program is doing. So, so though you will have to struggle a little during the program, and I know because I speak to many students, we understand that, you know, some students, they struggle. It's okay. Struggle during the program, but don't give up and don't resort to shortcuts. Okay. So that would be my tip to you today, that please ensure that you persist, but at the same time you be willing. If it means you have to put in 10 hours of work in a day, it's worth it now, because one day we will invite you also, like how we invite all the alumni to speak. Okay, we'll invite you. You will feel good at that time. This 6 months should be well spent. Okay, so you have to really work hard for it, huh? There is no shortcut for that. Coming to the first point, so I think this is, we can say with pride that every student who was eligible for placement, we have been able to place the student. Whether it is software engineering, product engineering, data science, digital marketing, cloud computing, every single program category, we've been able to do that. Okay, in the promised time, we said within 90 days, and we've been able to do that. Okay, so that's I think the credit that goes to the student who have really worked hard for achieving this. And so I leave you with this thought, this batch of students, that one, aspire to get selected in the first interview opportunity. So remember, there is no time after your graduation day. Now is the time. So take out time in a week to do a little bit of recap over your basic foundation. That's very important. Okay, I don't know how many times I have to reiterate that, but I'm willing to do that because it's important for you. When you go in for an interview, it's not only based on your project. Okay, so do that. If you have a communication problem, as Shauvik rightly said, if you are good in coding, but if you have done your project well, but you are not able to articulate about it in the interview, there are so many people who copy projects. So if you are not able to articulate yourself well, confidently, obviously the client will think that you have not done the project. Who can help you there? We can only lead you to the interview table, right? So it is important, your language skill, that is, if you're making some grammatical errors in your English, at least for software engineering program, that's not what is important. Okay, because you are not immediately going to be facing customers, so that's not important. But you should be able to articulate your thoughts. You should be able to explain your project. You should be able to explain with confidence as to why you have used a particular technology, as to why you have written the code the way you have written. That you have to explain, and you have to explain in English. Okay, you can't hesitate there. That confidence you will build when you are participating in discussions in class. And that is why Shauvik was forcing you to speak, because that's how you can build your confidence. It's okay if you are making mistakes. It's with your batch. That confidence, once you gain, and let me tell you, a lot of students have told that across the 5 months, they have gained confidence. And I'm sure many of y'all are already feeling that at the end of the at the end of foundation, you must be feeling confident that, okay, now at least I know how to write code. Yeah. So that's important. That confidence is what will really take you through. So please stay with that confidence. But if you feel that you have communication concerns, like, you are feeling nervous, when we do our first connect with you, please speak about it. Discuss with the either Shauvik or Nilanjana or whoever will connect with you. Discuss this concern that you are having, that you are unable to speak confidently, so that we will try and organize mock sessions for you. We'll try and help you the way we can. Okay, but the initiative need to come from your end for that. Okay, I can see some hands. Let me just cover the last point before I'll take the questions. So if you see recruiter feedback, dil mange more. Yeah, so we found that this is another thing that makes us happy, that we are in touch with all our alumni who are already started working on projects, etc. And we conducted a feedback with all our employers, asked them questions like, do you find any difference in this set of StackRoot students whom you have hired? Are they different from the other lot of people that they have hired from outside? And one important aspect that they did mention is that yes, we find that the students that we have hired from StackRoot, they are more confident in coding. Okay, and therefore they were able to put these students into projects much faster than the other students that they hired. So that's a feedback that has come from the employer, which we are really happy about, and we want that as a skill to improve in our students, because that's what the employer will really appreciate. Okay, so we find a lot of companies, when you see the slides on placements, you'll see a lot of companies have come back, like Wipro comes back regularly to hire our students. Students they have hired are very good, and because of which they come back. So there are so many such companies who come back regularly. They keep checking with us, when is the next batch getting over of software engineering batch, and we would like to come in. When can we come in for the interview? So that's what I meant by saying that there is a need for good coders. Industry is looking for good coders. So you focus on your coding ability, focus on your basic concepts well, and I'm sure you will not have any problem clearing the interviews. Okay, but your goal should be the first interview opportunity that you should try and clear. Okay, so yes, I'm open to questions now. If there are any questions, you can unmute and ask. Yes, please ask. Yes, Surmani. Unmute and ask. I can't hear you.
Yes, sir. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Ma'am, I'm asking, excluding the students from the premium one, if the students of assistance and the guidance one, if we perform well, then is there a chance that you have told about all the premium is applied to us also?
Yes,
About the
yes,
CTC.
very much, very much. I'm glad you asked that question. And I'm reiterating the fact that, yes, see the initial offers that we gave to premium placement students, how did we decide that? We looked at the academic background, we looked at the communication skills, and we felt, okay, based on their consistent performance in their academics and based on their communication skills and based on the CoCubes and Version score, we felt, okay, if this student does well in the course, there is high possibility that he will get that kind of a CTC. From that mindset is when we have given this offers. But obviously that is a provisionally, those students have to do well in the program. Okay. Now let's say, as you said, you are a placement assistant student and you do exceptionally well in the program. Why will we not position you? We will position you for all those interviews. Must be you will get, like Mano got selected. I said Mano was a 5 LPS student. We will definitely give you opportunities. You don't need to worry about that. Just focus and do well in the program. If we find that you're a good student, we will definitely help. Don't worry. Yeah,
Sure, thank you.
that's an
Thank you.
assurance from our side for all the students in the batch. Okay. Yeah, only for students who must be like beyond 28 years. Now, again, why is it only a career guidance? Because we do not know whether all companies, see, this categorization is done basis how the industry expects for entry level jobs. So we are looking at entry level jobs. So for a person who is in career guidance must be about 28 years. We are not sure whether the industry would be okay considering you for an entry level job. But having said that, if you are exceptionally good As I said, there are enough and more opportunities for coders. Okay. And we have those opportunities. We will be happy to help you out wherever possible. Okay. So even the career guidance students, though there is no assurance from our side, but we'll definitely assure you that we'll try for you. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions? That's it. Okay, so all the very best. I expected more questions actually. Very few questions. Must be you already asked the questions. Shauvik would have responded to all your questions. So all the very best. Over to you, Shauvik, for the rest of the slides.
Thank you so much, Susan ma'am, for the placement highlights and inspiration. So moving ahead, yes, these are some of the happy faces. So would you like to see yourself here, guys, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's just 7 yeses. Okay. With that, it's very important that you know the placement team members, the placement crew. Um, right at the center, we have Susan ma'am. Towards the top left, we have Mr. Murli Krishnan. Top right, we have Mr. Nitin Wasnik, Ms. Shraddha Shenoy, Ms. Nilanjana Nandi, Mr. Danish Gupta, and that's me. So Nilanjana and I, we will connect up with you, say 3 weeks to 4 weeks from now for your first personalized connect. Okay, or it could be anyone from the placement team. And Mr. Murli, Mr. Nitin, Ms. Shraddha, and Mr. Danish will connect up with you for your second personalized connect or the third personalized connect. Okay, they are the ones primarily responsible to source clients for you guys. All right, so with that, we come to the end of today's presentation. And yes, the sky is the limit. With that, we open the forum for questions. Any questions, please feel free to ask. Or you can also, choose to call me up if it's at a personal level. But otherwise, yes, please go ahead.
I think that the learners would be really tired because they've had a really long day. And we have really taken, I think you started at 5, right, Shauvik?
5:30.
5:30.
5:30, yeah.
It's 7:30, 7:20 now. Yeah, please, Harshad.
Ma'am, uh, my
One of
request
you.
was to,
Just
sir,
hold.
ma'am, may I continue?
Yeah, please.
Actually, I request you show the structure of the batch and the sessions that will be allocated to us.
Sure. The calendar. You're talking about the calendar,
Yes,
right?
yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
yeah. Sure, sure. Shauvik?
Yes. So these are the sessions. It might not be in order, okay? However, you will be notified in advance.
Okay, sir.
So you can see that the point number 2 is a personalized connect. Point number, where is the next person? Yeah, 6 is a personalized connect. And the 11th point is a personalized connect. Rest all are batch sessions, batch mode sessions. But the 3 personalized connect is where your individual discussion will happen and improvement areas and what you should work on happens in those sessions. So if you have questions, you can also, of course, ask. The first personalized connect will happen soon, immediately after this orientation session. In few weeks, that will happen. And then the rest of the sessions will be planned. Okay. Yeah, I think there was another question. Jitesh was asking a question. Yeah. Yes, yes, we will. If let's say you're interested, Okay, because most of the career guidance students who come to us are already working and therefore coming for upskilling. But if you feel that you wanted to be given opportunities, Jitesh, where the problem happens is we are looking at entry level jobs. Okay. And I'm assuming you also do not have any relevant experience. Am I right, Jitesh? Correct. So you do not have relevant experience. So therefore, a person who is in career guidance going in for an entry level job, sometimes the companies have concerns with team dynamics and other concerns. Okay. And because of which they hesitate. But having said that, if there is a company who is willing to consider, must be then those companies might not have the CTCs that we are talking about. But there are companies who would, especially startups, appreciate people who are really good coders and they do not check for all other stuff. Okay, so we will definitely share your CVs, and wherever companies are willing to, we will be happy to help you. There's no problem. Jitesh, only thing you have to do is when you attend the personalized connect, to tell Shauvik or Nilanjana to make a note that if there are opportunities that you would like to be considered. So we'll ensure, especially in the third connect, please ensure that you state that, so that we will keep that in mind and ensure that if there are openings coming up, we'll sign you up for it. Yeah. That's it. I think it's really late. So all the best to all of you all. Do well. We'll be happy to see you soon in the placement bank to help you out. Okay. But as I mentioned, you should come so well prepared that we should be able to get maximum students selected within the first 3 interviews. That's how well prepared you should be. Somebody was asking a question.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Ma'am, I wanted to know that do you have any database for
Yes, Roshan.
Do you have database for premium placement student, like who because when I joined for
Roshan, your voice is very low, Roshan. Please
we
speak
can't
loud.
hear you. We can't hear you. I just heard, do you have a database of who's applied for premium placement? Yes, we do. They are tagged in the system. But having said that, Roshan, I mentioned that everything depends on how you perform in the program. If you perform well in the program, for all you know, you will beat the premium placement students and get better salaries. So once you're in the batch, I would suggest that you do not worry about CTCs right now. Right now, your focus should be to do well in the program, be one of the toppers in the batch. Okay. If you're a topper, whether your name is tagged as premium placement or not, let me tell you, if you're a topper, we will give you your opportunities accordingly. Yeah. So just focus on doing well in the program.
And what's the criteria for being a topper, ma'am? Because I don't think you have any criteria for that.
No, that criteria is definitely there. Automatically, now your foundation is over. When you come to the next phase, you will see that some people perform better than the others. And finally, when you go to your project, you will know for sure. Because in the project, yes, though you would do a group project, but your walkthrough is 1:1.
Yeah.
Individual walkthroughs, okay? So
Okay,
that
ma'am.
your mentors would know how you have performed, and of course if you have done well, it will come out very clearly. I'll be there in your walkthrough in the final presentation. We are all going to attend. We'll see how you're performing. Okay, so you will have no doubt about that, Roshan.
Yeah, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, so all the best. Do well,
Yeah,
everybody. Keep in touch.
yeah, thank
Yeah,
you,
thank
Susan, ma'am. Thank you, Shauvik, for spending your time with our learners and
Yes.
sharing your inputs. So now our learners got to know what they are supposed to do and how NIT is going to help them to achieve their dream job.
Correct.
Yeah,
I
thank you
hope
very
you
much.
agree with whatever I said. You agreed with whatever I said, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Of course, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. So all the best.
Yeah, thank you, everyone. Okay.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, man.
Thank you, man.
Bye, Shauvik. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Yeah,
Yes.
bye.
Bye bye.
Yeah, bye everyone.